Did you know that Johan Cruyff once played for PSG, or that the most expensive transfer in football's history until the 19th century was just £100? Today we are not bringing you players or clubs, but 25 craziest facts in football history. But before that, like and subscribe to the channel, please. Now, let's begin with the video. In 1967, Wolves, Stoke City and Sunderland played an entire season in the US Championship. The newly formed United Soccer Association lifted whole teams from Europe and implanted them to America. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Stoke City, and Sunderland were renamed LA Wolves, Cleveland Stokers, and Vancouver Royals, respectively, with the squads and coaches going over to compete for these teams. Wolves ended up winning the one and only season the league played. Fernando Torres was captain of the Atletico Madrid side that Diego Simeone played in. The coach wanted to give confidence to the young player, so he gave him the captain badge. Diego Simeone later managed Torres at Atletico. Dundee United have a 100% record against Barcelona. Played 4, won 4. Dundee United have twice been drawn against Barcelona in European competition. They've scored 7 goals and conceded only 2 in the process to win the lot. In 2014, 3 Chelsea goalkeepers were awarded clean sheets in a 0-0 draw with Atletico Madrid. Mark Schwarzer came off the bench to replace Peter Cech in the 18th minute with the score goalless. Schwarzer didn't concede, and neither did the Atletico keeper, Thibaut Courtois, who was on loan from Chelsea. Did you know that Jamie Vardy and Harry Kane were teammates? Neither do I. The 2 of the best strikers in England history were teammates in 2013 at Leicester. But ironically, no one of them was an important player at that time, and they were often left on the bench. In 1941, Rapid Vienna won the German championship. In fact, that Bundesliga title means that Rapid Vienna have actually won more German titles than Bayern Leverkusen. Very awkward. Javier Mascherano's first game in senior football was for Argentina's national team, not for his club at the time, River Plate. Mascherano was such a wonder kid that his country came calling before his club. Like everybody knows that Cristiano Ronaldo have won the Euros in 2016, but not everyone knows that he had the opportunity to win it in his early stages of his career in 2004 against Greece, but unfortunately for him, Portugal lost 1-0. The biggest audience in football history was at the final game of group stage of the 1950 World Cup between Brazil and Uruguay. The game was disputed on the legendary stadium Maracana in Rio de Janeiro and watched live by over 199,850 people. But unfortunately for all them, Brazil lost 2-1. The last time both Champions League finalists had no foreign players in their starting accessions was in 1967. Despite overseas players being a modern phenomenon that we associate with the 1990s onwards, you have to go back to the 1967 clash between Celtic and Inter Milan to find no foreigners in the starting 11 of the 2 European Cup finalists. It was basically a match against 2 national teams, Scotland and Italy. Alfredo Di Stefano was such a savage as he played for 3 different countries from Argentina to Colombia and then to Spain. But Dejan Stankovic is even more savage as he played for 3 different national teams in 3 different World Cups: Serbia, Montenegro, and Yugoslavia. Johan Cruyff played for PSG. Despite being 23 when the club was formed, Cruyff played 2 games with Paris Saint-Germain in 1975 during the Paris tournament. The Dutchman agreed to do so since he was a good friend of Daniel Hector, who was the president of the club and the man who designed those iconic red, blue and white shirts. Not many people know either that despite the obvious connection with Ajax, Cruyff left the club to join their biggest rivals, Feyenoord. In 2003, Inter Milan were knocked out of the Champions League on the away goals rule, which was weird since they were playing AC Milan. Thank goodness UEFA have dispatched of that rule. Only one of Ruud van Nistelrooy's 150 goals for Manchester United was from outside the box. It was against Charlton Athletic, and if you ever watched the man play, this isn't really much of a surprise. Still impressive. The first confirmed record transfer was of Willie Groves from West Bromwich Albion to Aston Villa for £100 in 1893. Crazy money, huh? The Barcelona legend, Ronald Koeman, managed to score as a defender more goals than some legendary striker like Gareth Bale, David Beckham, and Luis Figo in their entire careers. The legendary strikers Crespo and Fernando Torres scored just a few more goals than him. Very impressive for a defender. Peter Osgood's ashes are buried under the penalty spot at the shed end of Stamford Bridge. That's why opponent players are afraid to take the penalties. Because of his curse. Wow, that's really badass. Gareth Bale's first trophyless season after leaving Tottenham was the season he went back to Tottenham, ha ha ha. Another Spurs legend player, Harry Kane, had the opportunity to win his first ever trophy in the same day that he left Tottenham, but unfortunately for him, he lost the Super Cup. Final 3-0 against Leipzig as the Tottenham trophyless curse is still following him till this day. Zlatan is missing only one big trophy, the Champions League. Although he moved in 2009 to the Champions League winners FC Barcelona from Inter, hoping that he will finally win it. The luck wasn't on his side, as in the next season, Barcelona got kicked out in semi-finals by his ex-club Inter, who managed to win the Champions League that year. Speaking about unlucky players, Hakan Calhanoglu moved to the Scudetto winners Inter Milan from their big rivals AC Milan to win his first Scudetto. But the plans didn't go that well for him, as he and his team lost the battle for the Serie A against his ex-club AC Milan. Carlo Ancelotti is the first manager ever to win the championship in all of the top 5 leagues in Europe. In Italy with AC Milan, in England with Chelsea, in France with PSG, in Germany with Bayern, and in Spain with Real Madrid. He is also the manager who won the most Champions League titles, 2 with AC Milan and 2 with Real Madrid. Messi scored 91 goals in 2012, 36 goals more than CR7, but interestingly, is the fact that Cristiano had 130 more shots than Messi in the same year. Wow. What Messi did that season was incredible. Mario Balotelli's only Premier League assist ever was for Sergio Aguero's dramatic title-winning goal in 2011-12, the perfect time to start passing. Inaki Williams has the record for the most consecutive matches, with 251 games played, that meaning he played for 7 straight seasons without missing a game. He should tell the secret to Neymar. Paolo Maldini captained AC Milan to a Champions League final win in England, exactly 40 years after his father did the same. Will Daniel Maldini do the same? And the last fact, AC Milan won the 1993-94 Serie A by only scoring 36 goals. AC Milan conceded just 15 in that season, and also destroyed Barcelona 4-0 in the Champions League final. Thank you everyone for watching, see you in the next one, bye.